considering that, we're gonna check out something that I've been wanting to check out for quite some time. Loading. And that is on the Savannah Master. What... The 500 Worlds trailer? No. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that. I have been holding off on everything, Headhunter. I have been holding off on everything. I think I have the thing set up correctly in Twitch right now. I don't know. I have no idea right now. Yeah, I think I have that set up in Twitch right now where you can send something through Streamlabs and it'll pop up on the screen, everything like that. I think I finished setting it up, but I'm not sure. We'll find out at some point. But we're going to be checking out the Savannah Master. Now, this is from Big Red-40TECH. We're in for this. I have been waiting to do this one forever. Bits have been set up for a bit. This one actually connects to Streamlabs. But, oh god, I've been waiting for this one. We're gonna jump right in. Guys, it's been a bit since we said anything BattleTech related. Let's get into it. Let's go. It's very quiet. Look at that thing.
At first glance, a single ant is beneath anyone's notice.
Yes.
It will crawl about unseen, or at most be a bother to those who turn their gaze towards it.
Now, see, the thing about it is, you say that until you run into a nest of fire ants, and then they light your ass up, and then you don't want to say anything about ants anymore.
In other words, a lonely ant may be so insignificant that they are not worth anyone's interest. But a horde of fire ants swarming towards you is something to be most definitely taken into account.
Yes.
Unintentionally one of the most powerful units, tactically, in the history of the setting. Born as a light cavalry unit, you would be able to see the devastatingly monstrous ravenous creature that was spawned by
bullet ant
misguided
slacker
intentions in 1987, inside of the pages of Technical Readout 3026. For many, this vile machine is but a mere joke. However, their laughter will be a preamble to their own horrifying demise. The subject of this video is so terrifying, so vicious, so overwhelming, that mech warriors and mech commanders, upon hearing its coming in numbers, know they have but one fate. Doom.
He's really selling this one, ain't he?
Cover S.L. Lewis Incorporated's most cursed weapon.
It is cursed. It is very cursed. Weird! What's up, my guy?
Hovercraft of such infamy that to even say its name is to invite its wrath. The Savannah Master.
Okay. Introduction. DJ, you're going to bullet the ant. You're going to form... Dude, contact Kentucky Ballistics. Contact Kentucky Ballistics. See what he'll do. Yeah, weird. I got about 2 more hours of streaming before I can set up anything in Kick.
Sometimes things work out for the worst.
Yes.
Fate can dictate a seemingly small find, or even a turn of events, can result in a great tragedy for the sum total of humanity. In the case of the setting of BattleTech, and perhaps even more for its active players, this came, in universe, in the form of the discovery of some ancient lost tech components in a Starleague cache. Being found near the beginning of the 31st century, it would be S.L. Lewis, an officer on the jump ship Winnetka, that claimed 2,025 rated fusion engines, supposedly some of the most effective ever discovered, as his share of the bounty of this expedition, that set in motion an enormous tragedy for the player base and mech warriors alike. Lewis used this cache to help form a company around replicating the engine, and adapted it to a small hover chassis named the Skimmer, another relic from the Starleague. This company, S.L. Lewis Incorporated, successfully built the first Savannah Master in the 3020s, and eventually won a military contract to produce them in numbers where they outcompeted the venerable Locust in front of the Lyran Commonwealth Armed Forces. These 5-ton devils moved at a speed barely within reason, and do nearly the same damage output as a 20-ton battle mech, but at a fraction of the cost.
Now, why can't we just do this? Why can't we just do this? How much do they cost? How much do they cost? Alright, what faction in 40k do I hate the most? Is that even a question? Is that even a question? I mean, come on, man. Have you been in this channel for a very long time? Of course it's the Tau.
A single occupant craft with some armor for its size.
Yes, I can. I can 100% say it. I can 1000% say it. Wait, what do you mean you... Hold on a second. What did you do? See, this is why I need a third monitor, because somebody pulled some shit. And now I've got to deal with it. What did you do? What did you do? I need to know the answer to these questions. Did somebody ban... You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You did not. You did not remove my ability to insult them. Well, what do I do about that, Dragon? I don't know what to do about that. Hold on a second. Who did this? Oh my god! Fox! X and chat to nuke Fox! I'm watching.
You would reasonably assume that
watching
these were
the
little more
thing.
than a bad joke. Yet another example of corruption and incompetent management of the LCAF. Though, in reality, the Lyrans had opened the door to a vicious killer that would see their opponents torn to pieces. This 5-ton craft moved at a pace faster than any battle mech at the time. Its speed was its weapon, and its cost is astounding. To give an example,
You bastards.
a Locust battle mech, purchased as a flanker or recon asset during the 3rd or 4th Succession Wars, is around 1.5 million C-bills, based on the very strange economic system of the world of BattleTech. The Savannah Master has a cost of a mere 91,000 C-bills. This means yes, the Locust is more armored, it can move through forests, and it can fire several additional weapons. But is it worth 16 Savannah Masters?
No.
Who are not only faster than it, but also deliver far more damage than it. They are a...
No. Like, that's the thing. This is... This just makes sense. This just makes far more sense. Come on, man.
able to swarm the battlefield. They can be everywhere at once. This means yes, an individual Savannah Master may not be a better scout or flanker than an individual Locust.
Right?
But that is only if there is a single Savannah Master. Often, there will be a horde. Well, this would be highly unfun, and I don't recommend anyone use this.
Lightning, what's up, guy? What's up, my guy? Yeah. Yay.
Such a tactic. You can take dozens or hundreds of these to win just about any engagement. I have another example, just to show you how and why. Let's take a look at the Noble Timberwolf, the most iconic mech of the 1990s and the face of the clans, and the clan invasion. It has an in-game battle value cost of around 2,700 in its prime configuration.
Sweet.
This means you can fit approximately 13 Savannah Masters for its price tag in-game. Can a Timberwolf defeat 13 of these little devils, moving at over 200 kilometers per hour as they descend upon it? The answer to that may surprise you, but the Timberwolf will struggle to deal with them, just due to their incredible defensive bonuses and their ability to, frankly, get behind the Timberwolf and deliver devastating rear-fire assaults. But the real terror comes into play when you look at the production cost. Just to be clear, this does not take into consideration the cost of the pilots. But if we look at just the raw economic data, the Timberwolf has a value of around 24,250,000 C-bills. When not taking into account the meat, there would be 266 Savannah Masters produced. for every Timberwolf. In a
Bro, why? Professor, what's up, bud? Why would you even bother? Like, that's what's... Oh, God, it drives me nuts. This is the Steiner model of doing shit, okay? Why would you even bother? Why would you even bother at this point with this crap when you can produce this many of them? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, okay? It doesn't make any sense. You could flood the battlefield with these things. You could flood it. Okay? Hobbit, I don't know. It's still good. I still like it, okay? But to have the Savannah Master, to be able to put this many of them on the field, it just doesn't make sense to do anything else. Okay? It doesn't make sense to do anything else at this point. Even for an awesome
battle built on...
And yes, Emperor is right. Hobbit, if you want an explanation for why BattleTech is the way that it is, look at Emperor's explanation.
E-bill costs. This lone giant would be swarmed by an endless wave of 5-ton machines.
Shut up.
If it were being swallowed by the sea of eternity.
Meep, why are you being like this? Why?
A frightening thought for anyone to face off against. And that is only in-game. Even in universe, their reputation is ironclad. Many an opponent has felt the stinging wrath of this hover vehicle since its arrival in 3025. Even some incredibly important battles have been won on the backs of these dangerous hunters. In the Battle of Walcott during the Clan invasion, for instance, Clan Smoke Jaguar managed to be the first ones to lose a major engagement. From the Clan side, that is. A major factor behind this defeat can be laid at the skirts of the Savannah Masters that participated in it. When the Jaguars moved through the edges of the swamps and forests of the battleground, trying to root out enemy battlemech forces, at a key junction of the battle, it was a company of Savannah Masters racing across the Swamp Valley Delta that felled the Jaguars' attempt. These light vehicles tore through several Clan Omnimechs by attacking them from behind, when they were at their most vulnerable. This alone resulted in the eventual concession of the Jaguars, as the attack had devastated their forces, just as the Draconis Combine's Genoshan battlemechs launched their own counterattacks.
Nice.
In the Dark Age 2, it would be proven that the time of the Savannah Master was not yet over. In the 3130s, during the chaotic decline of the Republic of the Sphere and HPG Blackout,
look, I will just say it like this. If they would have just left the Canopians alone, the entire universe would have catgirls and everybody would be okay.
Loyalists, known as the Stormhammers, faced off against the infamous Clan Jade Falcon, mostly having conventional forces at their disposal to assault the world of Chaffee, trying to rip it free from the Falcon's talons. Most would have assumed that these Lyran insurgents stood no chance. Instead, they would achieve a stunning victory, surprising the Inner Sphere, and it was because of the Savannah Master that it took place. Able to keep up with and surpass the Falcon's lightning-quick Omnimechs and their fast-paced battle tactics, they were key in the Green Clan's downfall. The Falcons, as clan warriors do, targeted enemy mechs and heavier vehicles as their priorities, ignoring the seemingly harmless and pitiful Savannah Masters.
According to the Swiss Alps, Canopus catgirls are aliens. What? Meep. I have concerns. I have a lot of concerns.
The swarm of the Savannah Masters, which the Stormhammer commander, Jacek Steiner, unleashed upon his foes,
VOTV?
Swept into the Falcon's long-range support assets.
Oh God, I forgot. I completely forgot. I feel terrible about myself now. Let's go.
Left undefended from these, as the Falcons dubbed them, pests. Two of their precious battlemechs were downed before the Falcons turned their attentions to the true threat they faced. But by this time, it was too late. The swarming hover vehicles were now in their prime, and Jasek's reserves gained a vital position over the now confused and divided Falcons, which concluded in the Falcons being forced back,
Nice.
taking losses, and eventually abandoning the world of Chaffee. In both of
Somebody note mate. Thank you, mate.
these major instances, the common thread is clear. Their opponents underestimated, ignored, and allowed the Savannah Masters to do what they do best. These vehicles are exceptionally dangerous and should be treated with the utmost respect on the battlefield,
Okay, that's what I don't get about
even
this.
into the technologically advanced Ill Clan era.
I understand the comparison that Weird made when he was talking about how, we have nuclear subs and then carriers, but this is kind of like not the same kind of deal right here. You're dealing with essentially land vehicles. And if you can make that many of them for the cost of one mech, it doesn't make sense to build the mechs. But then again, BattleTech and the Nobles are stupid, okay? Then again, BattleTech and the Nobles are stupid. You just have to live with it at that point.
The 3025 constructed 5-ton Savannah Master is a truly brilliant machine. It really is. It encompasses the greatest strengths of the technology available to it to create one of the most effective fighting machines in history. The Savannah Master has a 0.5-ton internal structure to start with, and 10 base heat sinks due to its internal fusion engine.
Say what?
It doesn't need a gyro or a cockpit, as it's not a mech, and instead it simply has 0.5 tons of control equipment and 0.5 tons of onboard life support to keep this little monster moving.
Yay!
For its electronics, it's served by a Tharhess HM10 communications package and a Tharhess Alpha 2A targeting and tracking system.
Okay.
Oh, and it benefits from the easy-to-maintain quirk,
Yay!
which is neat and helpful in campaigns. Clearly, the most important single feature of this little demon is not its own independent raw attacking power or defense, but its ability to move. Doubling the speed of most light mechs at the time, this thing can move, really, anywhere it needs to. Whether it be to avoid fire, or to get the perfect harassing or even penetrating shots, the Savannah Master simply goes where it wants to, barring terrain restrictions of course. Powered by a 1-ton Edisrich Omni 25 Fusion Standard engine, the Savannah Master can reach a maximum speed of 216 kilometers per hour, or 20 movement points in the tabletop game. This is bananas, especially for such a small craft.
Right.
To make sure this is clear, though, it can't move through forest hexes at all, and that is a huge downside.
Yeah.
But when it comes to non-obstructed ground or even water, it is a speed freak in its purest form. Hit and run are this thing's watchwords. It can literally not just outpace the mechs it strikes, but most of their weaponry's range brackets too. Because of the simplicity and small size of this thing, it's only appropriate to cover these two features together. Let's start with the defense.
What happened here?
This was built...
What's going on Twitch? Why are there pugs everywhere? Hey, that's cool. I like that, meme. I like that, Hobbit. I like that. That was nice.
during the Succession Wars, so there is no advanced countermeasures or specialty armor types. All the Master has to guard it is really its speed and the faith of the driver. It's got 1.5 tons of armored plating, giving it 24 points in total. At 10 points in the front means it can eat a PPC before anything goes internal, which is actually not too bad.
No, it's
but
not.
Really, if you're going to be hit by any serious fire in this thing, you are really finished. Weapons-wise, it has the mainstay of warfare in the Inner Sphere, the mighty medium laser.
Oh!
It does 5 damage, and on its own is not particularly good, but still average. Though it is
Still better armed and armored than any kind of thing that the Lyrans sit there and use for internal services, am I right?
enough to threaten light mechs and harass heavier ones, or get back attacks. And in numbers, well, in numbers, they are a death by 1,000 cuts.
Hooray.
Simple, small, cost-effective, and strangely well-guarded for its size, the Savannah Master really is a 5-ton nightmare for anyone who might come across it. While a single Savannah Master won't beat almost any mech in-game head-on, or really most heavier vehicles. That's not how it's meant to be operated.
No.
It is either there to support larger targets that draw fire, or it's coming in numbers. These are actually terrifying when used correctly.
The one thing that when I played MechWarrior 5, okay, when I played MechWarrior 5, I didn't care if a light mech showed up because I'd turn around and I'd just alpha strike it and it would vanish. It would just vanish. These little bastards, they were the ones that did the most damage to me overall. I would be so pissed off because I'd sit there and I'd mac on any mech that I came across, and then as soon as that would happen, I'd be sitting there just staring at the screen like, why is this little thing causing this much of a problem? I'm just saying.
I'm not kidding when I said that in the introduction. They are some of the most dangerous things you can see, and the more of them that there are, the greater the threat. In short, the Savannah Master is a brilliant weapon of war. First constructed in 3077, the Interdictor is weaponless, acting as a pure recon unit and offering electronic warfare support on the battlefield. It has a Guardian ECM and slightly less plating, though that armor is still heavy ferrofibrous.
Okay.
It is great in its role and a priority target for its enemies, which were usually at the time of its creation, I suspect, the word of Blake, as it was used as an attempt to disrupt their C3 systems. Regardless, it's not much of a combatant, and is a frontline support vehicle.
When you have to build a vehicle that literally drowns out the religious propaganda that you're going to be receiving from the Space Mennonites, you've got a problem.
A new Savannah Master for a new era. The reflective update of the original design is nearly identical to the first model, except two key features. First, it has an ER medium laser, giving it more range. Second, it has reflective armor, helping it against enemy energy weaponry. Those are the only key differences. From my perspective, personally, I find these things to be an abhorrent upgrade. Clearly done in the name of pilot safety. They have entirely forgotten what made the Savannah Master worthwhile in the first place.
Okay.
It has nearly a 300 battle value, almost 50% more than the original, and its production cost is tens of thousands more C-bills, or their equivalent. Shame on S.L. Lewis Incorporated for this disgraceful abomination.
It is an abomination. Why would you even bother? Just put the medium laser on it and just send it in. Just send it, okay? Just send it. Hobbit, that is depressing.
Because they favored supposed pilot safety over the economics of warfare.
Who cares about pilot safety? Have you seen what happened during the middle of, I don't know, pick a war?
The pilots would be much safer, with yet more Savannah Masters on the field.
Exactly!
Not with the placebo of reflective armor and greater range.
Exactly, Meep. Sell the stupid share. Let's go.
How can you call this an upgrade? It's downright dishonest is what it is.
It is.
Things like this are how the Lyran state ended up in such shameful conditions as it is. This is just reckless spending without any thought as to why.
Very true.
It's not bad on the tabletop overall, I should add, though I...
And here's the thing too, okay? Look, the thing about it is, alright, you cannot sit there and value human life when you're making mechs and when you're making ground vehicles. You can't do that. That is against the code, because you're supposed to be a noble. You're supposed to be above all that. You're supposed to sit there, invade all the way into Davian space, and then get out of your mech and stand there and start quoting poetry to get popped by a sniper. That's what you're supposed to do.
Would argue it's a bit pricey for what it is compared to its ancestor.
Don't you
Quite
dare.
Clearly, the Savannah Master is a true terror on the battlefield. I wanted to display...
Emperor, how would 40k Knights and Titans fare in BattleTech lore? They would spank BattleTech. It's just not even a question. I will not entertain any thoughts about it whatsoever. They would spank BattleTech. And it's not an insult to BattleTech to say that. It is really not an insult to BattleTech to say that, because at the end of the day, 40k is 40k is 40k, okay? It's meant to be absolutely insane. But if you took an Atlas and put it against the Warhound, you'd have a dead Atlas.
Here in this video just how remarkably good this machine is for its cost in universe. and on the tabletop. Its versatility, speed, and overall usage have no true equal. Nothing is perfect, and neither is the Savannah Master, but it is one exceptional vehicle, and is easily worthy of your respect. If you do not give it to it, you will quickly find it demands it instead. With all of that said, you should, if you choose to field these nefarious goblins, take into account what type of game you want to play. Because 36 Savannah Masters will be an incredibly difficult force to defeat in the game. But will you be able to play more games with your opponent afterwards? These are things you should take into consideration. In totality, the Savannah Master is as I described it before. When deployed in numbers, it is inevitable, unstoppable, irresistible, and overwhelming. The age of the battle mech is over. The time of the Savannah Master has come.
Let the galaxy burn! We're not just giving our morticians a great day. Steiners. What do we got? Steiners.
Thank you all for joining me here today. It was a lot of fun putting this one together. Now you may be wondering, why did I cover the Savannah Master instead of the Tempest? Well, the answer is simple. Leah International, the people who make the BattleTech plastics, accidentally revealed the vehicle being boxed recently. It is always unfortunate when these slips happen, but at the same time I do appreciate their production videos all the same. You should check out their channel, though the video of the Savannah Master has been pulled for obvious reasons.
Obviously!
Though, as with all things on the internet, once something's gone out, it's impossible to stop it. You can't stop the signal, Mal. Anyway, it gave me a chance to do this video, and I had a blast writing it and putting it all together. So I hope you all enjoyed the ever-infamous Savannah Master, and I hope you all give it a try in-game at some point too. It can be super fun. Just don't abuse it. BattleTech is for fun more than it is for fighting a horde of Yellow Jackets or Savannah Masters. But don't take my word for it. So to get back to the video a little bit, all of the resources I used to make this, as usual, are in the top pinned comment below. With that, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. It really does help.
The thing is, Warpugs, okay, so let me just talk about this for a second, because it's very, very true. It's very, very true. If you had the opportunity to deploy 200 of these, or one medium mech, what would you do? Okay, what would you do? G-Mage, actually, the Atlas is a lot bigger than a Knight. An Atlas is a lot bigger than a Knight. And the Knight's weapons would take some time to pull the Atlas down. But the shielding of the Knight would just... It would be okay. It would be okay. But 200 plus of these? I don't know what you do with that. And I kind of understand why mechs are what mechs are, but my god, just the sheer fact that this thing exists irritates the crap out of me. It irritates the crap out of me. It's a piece of crap 2-ton vehicle that's essentially a hovercraft that can go at the speed of Mach fuck, and you can't do anything about it. And they just threw a laser on it and was like, my shark has laser beams on its head. That's great. That's absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. I'm so happy that this thing exists. I'm so happy that this thing exists. Warpugs. Oh my god. Inner Sphere Elementals. Dude, Elementals. I still haven't checked anything out about them yet, and I don't know why I haven't. Hey, Warpugs. This was Big Red-40TECH. All links are going to be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And join us a member of Patreon. I much appreciate you guys spending time with me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.